Hey guys, it's Flea from Flea Reads, and you may have noticed I haven't done a book review in a while. That's exactly what we're going to do today. And because I haven't done one in a while, because I'm going to do the Book Bonanza. And basically, Book Bonanza is I've got the top 11 books for 11-year-olds. These are in no particular order. So, yeah. Let's get started on the first one. The first book is a book called Fuzzy Mud. It's by Louis Sachar. Oh, it sounds like Sasha. So he's the author of Holes. So if you like the book Holes, you will like this book. Now I'm just going to tell you what this book is about. It's about two friends called Tamaya. I don't know if it's Tamaya or Tamaya, but it's something like that. It's Tamaya. So there's these two friends called Tamaya and Marshall, and they walk home after school because Tamaya's mum doesn't let her walk home on her own. So one day they take a shortcut through the woods for some reason. Chad. And you'll get it when you read it. I just don't want to give too much away. They come across this weird thing called Fuzzy Mud. And ... Number 2 is Les Mays Runners Feet. Yeah. The runner of fast. So that's, yeah. This book is, you may have seen the movie, but if you have seen the movie, the book is quite different. But it's not too different that it's weird. I'm just going to tell you what it's about anyway if you haven't seen the movie. It's about this group of boys who end up being trapped in a huge area. And on the outside of it, there's a maze. And to get out of the area, you have to go through the maze, and then they get back to the outside world. So let's move on to book number 3. Stylish. This is The School for Good and Evil. This is actually the second book in the trilogy of 3. Three magical 3 swag. Yeah. So this is number 2 in the book, and the basic idea of The School for Good and Evil is there's 2 schools, and one is for nevers and one is for evers. They're kind of like fairy tale schools, so once you've graduated, you become a fairy tale character. And it depends which school you go to. If you're in the Nether, it's never after, so you become one of the villains in the fairy tale. And basically, you get kidnapped by the headmaster, and he sees into your soul and decides if you're good or evil. And this centers around 2 girls called Agatha and Sophie. Forgot her name then. And Agatha is really evil most of the time, but she ends up in the school for good. And Sophie ends up in the school for evil. So it's all about what's really good, what's really evil. Next book. So book number 4 is Carry On. This book is about schools as well. It's about a school for wizardry and witchery. It's a magic school, but it's spelled with a K, so grammar. This book is about a boy called Simon, and he goes to the magic school, and he ends up roommates with a boy called Baz, who he hates. Okay, book number 5, are we on? 5. Wow. This book is by Rainbow Rowell as well. That's the author of Carry On. Rainbow Rowell, can you pick a more awesome name? No. So this is about a girl called Kath, and she's really famous for writing this fanfiction book, and she's just gone to college. And the fanfiction book she's writing is Carry On, the book that I just did before. You get that reference? So she's really famous on this blogging site, and the whole idea is that she's trying to get out of the world that Simon and Baz live in, and she's trying to make real life friends. My favourite bit in the book is when emergency Kanye party, and it's like the twin sisters, whenever one of them was cooped up in emotional madness. The other one would say emergency Kanye party. Then they put on Kanye West really loud and dance for ages. So, okay. Book number 6. I'm getting good at this. Moon Cop. Now, this book is actually a graphic novel, so it's still a book, and it is the most relaxing book you will ever read. The artwork, and it's also peaceful. It's about this cop who gets transferred to live on the moon and become a cop on the moon, but this is set in the future, obviously, and they've figured out a way to live on the moon. But no one lives on the moon anymore. So he's on the moon and he's a cop and everything, and there's no crime on the moon. So it's like a peaceful story. Yeah. Oh yeah. Girl Online on Tour. I did a review of the first one of this, and this is the second one. This one is basically about because her boyfriend is Noah, a really famous singer now. He's going on tour, and she's going on tour with him. And it's all about is it easy to date a guy who's really famous? And it's about she's trying to keep up with him on his tour and all his bandmates, and she gets cyberbullied and everything. But yeah, I highly suggest reading this. Aha. The next book is Will Grayson, Will Grayson, wait, no, comma. No. Okay, grammar. And this book it's set in Chicago, and these 2 boys, each called Will Grayson, and they lead very, very different lives. So it's all about they meet, and it's all really weird, and it's about they're trying to cross paths, and it's in one crazy night that they spend together, and they do all this crazy stuff, and all their paths overlap, and it's really weird. So the next book is Boys. It's not a puberty book. No, don't worry. It's just like quizzes and questions, and it's all about advice on how to talk to boys, and it's just stuff like that, really. It's not. And also, it's how to not go every time a boy talks to you. Not exactly like that, but sometimes I like taking this on sleepovers and doing some of the quizzes. It's fun. Yeah. Oh, a quick question. Where's a question? Okay. Your friend is meeting a boy at the mall. He's bringing another boy who's supposed to be for you. You feel sick to your stomach. Yes or no? Yeah. No. The next book is Judy Blume. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I think that's the full title. It's a long title, but look, he's replying. But don't worry, she can't actually text God. Disappointing. It's more like symbolic, yeah. So this book is about a girl who lives in a city. She lives in New York, but she's just moved to the suburbs. And it's all about she's making friends, and she's discovering the new world in the suburbs. And it's all about she's trying to see if her friends are really her friends, and it's all about that. That one's thicker, so it's on. This is Double Dark Diary. Well, Dark Diaries. You might have heard of this, but I've read the whole series, and you can either buy these individually, or this is 2 in 1. 2 in 1. Yeah. So Dark Diaries is about this girl called Nikki, and she's just moved to a new private school, and it's set in her diary, hence the name, Dark Diaries. And it's all about this girl called Mackenzie, who's really popular, and her adventures with crushes and friends and mean girls. Okay. So this is a book by Meg Cabot, and we've listened to a few audiobooks by her. One of them is called How to Be Popular, if you've read that, and Teen Idol, I think. But this is called, I never know if it's the Mediator or the Mediator. Which one is it? Mediator. Okay, so if you don't know what mediator means, it means she can see ghosts and talk to ghosts. And this is about a girl called Suze. Yeah. And she's just started a new school. And there's a ghost haunting in her bedroom. And we actually picked this up in a really interesting place. We bought it in California for $1 second hand, and it's actually a really good book. It's a really good read. It's really fun and stuff. Yeah. So those were my top 11 books for 11-year-olds. Don't feel like I'm biased. I'm not biased. You can read these books if you're 12 or 10 or 47 or 163.81. Yeah. You really have some intense ages for reading. But thank you very much for watching. Comment down below if you've read any of these books, if you disagree with what I have to say, or if you have any books that I might like based on these books. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye!